Hey, hi. I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. It's time for another reading. So I have the Antique Anatomy Tarot, and then I have the Maverick deck again. So I hope everybody's doing okay. We went out to a state park for a walk. It's like an hour-long walk. It was so hot. I was drenched. I was so sweaty when we came back. But it's nice to get out. Hope everybody's getting out and having a good time and enjoying yourself. Finding some joy, right? Anyways, let's get that general energy card to start out here. General energy for today's reading is the Hierophant, higher level of commitment. Yeah. I kind of feel like that's what happened today. I don't even know what got over me. This morning we went for a regular walk and then I was like, let's go to the state park. So we went, That's a higher level of commitment from what we normally do. So somebody here is doing something a little extra too, right? She's pretty thirsty. On the other hand, though, it's a 50-50 card. So in the reverse, there is no higher level of commitment. But because it came out, it could be somebody thinking about it. The Hierophant upright is actually the actions of doing it. So that's a good start. That's a good start. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay. We're going to get 5 cards to start. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Hope everything's going okay with you. If you are new here, also I wish you the same. Hope everything is going okay with you. I also suggest you get yourself your own deck of tarot cards, just so you can learn the definitions of the cards, because you know what? It will take your mind off stuff. You know what I mean? That way when you hear a reading, and the reader says some cards and you don't know what it is, how are you supposed to know? You know what I mean? So this way, you'll be able to figure out. That was hard to hold them right there for a second. Then you'll be able to understand some things more, take your mind off of what's bothering you. You know what I mean? I want you to feel better. That's the main focus over here on this channel, okay? I just want people to feel better. And that's it, pretty much, And you can subscribe, like, comment, and share if you want. You don't have to. It's no big deal because I'll still be here tomorrow, I'll still be here. But, yeah, Anyhow, let's get that final card. There it is. Jeez. It's like pulling teeth, right? Okay. The bottom of the deck, we do have, what is this? The 4 of Cups. 4 of Elixirs. All right, this is about somebody making an offer. Now, whether or not that offer is received, we don't know. It depends on what the offer is. It always depends, right? In the reverse, this is somebody thinking about making an offer, right? Contemplating on what should they offer, right? It's a higher level of commitment, obviously. But what kind, we don't know. It could be anything, It could be something simple, a small thing. Or it could be something big, like, let's get married, or, you know what I mean? It could be just something so random, So we do know that somebody's going to make an offer somewhere, somehow. But we don't know what it is, right? We don't know what the offer is. Somebody still could be thinking about it. Who knows? Anyhow. We have the Judgment card here. And obviously, with what's going on right now, somebody's going to be making a judgment on the situation, right? Yeah, simple. Let's see, we have 2 of Rods. And the 2 of Rods is about the future. It's about talking to somebody, discussion. What are we going to do in the future here, right? So somebody really does want to talk to somebody about something. Yeah, they sure do. Oh, King of Coins, yeah, King of Coins. There we have it. Right? So this is either somebody wants to talk to him or he wants to talk to somebody. It's one or the other, Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that this person's asking for marriage. It could be asking for anything simple too. You know what I mean? It could be, can you walk my dog for me and I will do something for you? You know, I mean, that could be enhancing high level commitment, enhancing somebody's, job or something. I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. But we do know that the King of Coins is involved here. Either he's going to make the offer or somebody's going to make the offer to him. And then we have the Hermit. This is the obstacle or advice position. And this is about, the Hermit card's about, going within, going out on your own, contemplating to yourself about this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So the obstacle here could be that somebody is, worried that they have to go into hermit mode for some reason or another. But the advice here is to go into hermit mode. Okay, so I don't think this is obstacle, because that first part didn't sound right. I feel like this is the advice. The advice here is to go into hermit mode and think about things before you actually do the deed, whatever that is, whatever the offer is. Well, I mean, if it's something small, then you don't have to worry about it. But if it's something that's like, whoa, big effect on my future, then okay, maybe you want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then we have, at the end here, Queen of Cups. Where's Chica? Okay. I just have to make sure she's not chewing on something crazy, because you know what? She likes to chew on stuff. She's eating a cheese, Himalayan cheese or something, whatever it's called. Okay. So Queen of Cups, there she is. So we got two people here, Queen of Cups and a King of Coins. You see that? In the end, we have the Queen of Cups. So, well, we see two people involved already now. What's at the bottom of the deck? Okay, yeah, we see making an offer. Somebody's making an offer. I don't know if it's her or him. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards right now. Look at that at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ace of Swords, the card of truth. I pre-shuffled these, so let's go ahead and find out about this Judgment card, right? Tell me about the Judgment card. Judgment. Okay. Okay. So we have the King of Wands here, and this is also the Magician. This is the Magician, and then we have the Four of Pentacles reverse, and that is somebody letting something go. And then we have the Two of Cups. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Sun card, or the Nine of Wands. Somebody's been through something, okay? But they see the light now. They see what's going on. They've been enlightened to something. It's either that, or they're not quite sure yet, but they'll get there. They'll get there. Okay, and then we have we have this King of Wands, and this is somebody trying to manifest some sort of information or situation, because this is the Judgment card starting out here, right? So with the Judgment card, somebody's trying to figure out how to manifest this situation. And then we have this Four of Wands, letting something go, but somebody has to let go of something first. So this is probably why somebody needs to step away and think about things, because they have to let go of something first. Now, what just popped into my head is somebody wants to talk to somebody, but they want to talk to them romantically, but they can't, because if you want to do that, you yourself have to be single. And if they are not single, they have to let somebody go before they can get into a romantic relationship again with someone else. Or somebody has to let something go, right? It doesn't even have to be, that. Somebody has to let go of addictions. It could be that too. And that could be a higher level of commitment also, because removing addictions from your life is an automatic higher level of commitment, because you're committing to your health. You're committing to yourself, to life, to surviving. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on here. And with this Four of Cups making an offer, I mean, if you want to make some sort of offer and you're trying to make an offer to somebody who's, got their stuff together, you might want to make sure you have your stuff together first, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're all jacked up, no job, all high or alcoholic, I mean, how are you going to approach somebody who's, like, working, taking care of themselves, healthy? And you know what I'm saying? It doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying? This is a possibility of what could be going on somewhere, somehow. But we do have the Two of Rods here. What is that all about? The Two of Rods. Well, first card out was the Knight of Swords, and this is about receiving some sort of message. Already we know that somebody wants to talk to somebody about the future, so we're receiving some sort of message of truth, right? Is that two? It sure is. At the bottom of the deck with the Seven of Wands, and this right here is telling me that this is a defensive situation, defensiveness, but eventually that defensiveness will subside because, when you discuss things and you communicate, people figure things out. That's what needs to be done, okay? There needs to be some sort of communication here. We have the Knight of Swords, and this is communication coming in. What are they talking about? Another communication card. Two of Wands. Two of Wands, Two of Wands. I should have stopped right here, okay? But this is what the situation is. The situation here is, yes, there needs to be communication. Not just a little bit, not just beating around the bush. You need to have a sit-down, serious talk here with somebody, right? And that's what somebody's going to figure out. That's what they're going to be enlightened about, okay? I can't go make any offers. I can't do this, that. It's like they got to pitch whatever they're doing, right? They got to throw the pitch out and to see if somebody will accept the offer. Something like that, right? So this could be also business. This could also be business, all right? Making an offer for business partner or something like that. And we also have the King of Pentacles here. Let's see who this is all about, right? Because remember, we didn't really know what's going on and who we're talking about here. But now we know we got the King of Pentacles here. Is this the one who's making this offer? Or is somebody making an offer to King of Pentacles? Who is this? Eight of Cups walking away. Somebody. Okay, so somebody may have walked away after some sort of, dastardly deeds. Somebody did something wrong here. Right? Oh, okay. It could also be this King of Pentacles is the one that wants to make an offer to the Queen of Cups. But the problem here is this person's got to take care of business before they come in. They got to take care of their own things in their closet. You know what I'm saying? That's like that. Somebody's got to take care, or they got to fix themselves before they can even come in and approach this person. All right. We have look, taking a leap of faith. So we are talking about the King of Pentacles to start out here. The King of Pentacles is a person or whoever is the one that's trying to manifest a situation, but they got to take care of things on their side first, right? They could, even if this person doesn't have another person, maybe this person is a serial dater, a player or something like that, and this person is deciding, okay, I want to settle down. So now they're going to get out the black book and start calling everybody and say, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. I want to find a relationship. Whatever guys do to tie their loose ends. You know what I mean? So somebody here needs to do that. They're going to take a leap of faith, right? Now in the reverse, they're not going to take a leap of faith. So, watch out about who we're talking to here. Well, in the reverse, in this situation, hold on. Okay. Just had to make sure again. She is really, loving that thing. All right. So, in the reverse for, taking a leap of faith for this king, I think this person, this is the thinking mode, in the reverse. They know they want to approach, but think about it first. What are you going to say? You don't stick your foot in your mouth. Make sure that you're going to come with good information. You know what I'm saying? So somebody is going to take a leap of faith. Somebody could have walked away from this person because of something that happened in the past. I don't know what happened. And then that's what ended the relationship. All right. And then somebody had to go and heal from that because now they're feeling the effects from it. So this is why This is why somebody wants to come back and have a conversation, right? That's what so far is just showing that they want to have a conversation. And to be quite honest with you, the conversation alone is a higher level of commitment, especially if this was somebody from the past who you had a falling out with, or they had a falling out with you, or vice versa, whatever, right? Somebody was messed up, and somebody walked away, and the situation ended, and then somebody had to go and heal, all right? So somebody may have to be, may have to tell that. I mean, that's the main thing I'm thinking. I mean, you don't need to make up any fancy stories if that's what you did when you walked away or when you left because the situation was toxic or you were not in a good place. Then, I mean, just say that. Just say, hey, I was not doing so good. I was, you know what I'm saying? Just be honest. That's probably, honesty is the best policy. If that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do, Because that's what it kind of looks like. Somebody did something in the past, and it didn't work out some way or another. Something went wrong here, okay? But there was a separation. It's not really showing what, but it's also not really showing anything too devastating either. But it's obviously something went wrong. And somebody walked away from the situation, and the situation ended. And then somebody went out there and started the healing process, because this affected them some way or another, right? Okay. So the advice here is to go into hermit mode. It is to figure things out on your own. You know what I mean? That is the advice, is to go out there and think about things. Yeah, heal the broken heart. Because somebody here, the feelings around here, it's not like happy and joy. It's not sexual. It doesn't seem so mean or anything. It just seems like frustration. Like somebody's frustrated. They don't know what to do about this situation. And I mean, like I said before, it really does depend on what happened in the past. We have the Three of Swords here. Somebody's heartbroken though over this. That's one thing. When you go out into the wilderness or maybe you take a walk at the state park too, who knows? Maybe this will come to you, and the reason why that things went the way they were is because you were heartbroken. Maybe that's, maybe, I don't know, because I don't know everybody's issues. But that could be a key player in this situation, is heartbreak. And then we have the Five of Cups here, sad over the loss of this relationship. Look at that. And then we have the Six of Swords. Okay, so, somebody needs to get away from a toxic situation, from a toxic relationship. Something happened between two people. Somebody left. It ended. Somebody went to go heal. Somebody ended up being heartbroken and sad over the loss of this relationship, but they had to leave this situation because it was toxic. Either that's what you're going to do, or you did that, or that's something that's coming up, because we also have the Seven of Cups here, and this is about having a lot of options. So somebody does have a lot of options to go different places, because where they're at currently is possibly really toxic. And if, like I said before, if somebody had the black book with all the names in it, sure, you have a lot of options then. You know what I mean? Especially if you're staying somewhere toxic. But if you're looking for a higher level of commitment for something else, you know what? Even leaving a toxic place to go somewhere better is a higher level of commitment. That too. Higher level of commitment can go so many ways. And then we have the Seven of Cups too. This is like a chariot moving forward. Somebody's got to move forward, because in the reverse, there's no movement. In the upright, there's movement. Or there could have been some police involved here. This could have been toxic and dangerous, or crime, and who knows? So much could be involved in this. But I do know the main thing here is, communication. Somebody needs to go and talk to somebody. Because if you're just going to sit at home and watch tarot, hoping that you're going to find your answer there, you're not. You're not. You have to go to the person, pick up the phone and call them and ask them. And if they hang up in your face, then okay, obviously they don't want to talk to you, and then you just leave it there. There's your answer. If they talk to you and they seem pleasant or whatever, then okay, you have a chance. You know what I'm saying? Or message or text or something, you know. But if they give you the cold shoulder, let them go. There's your answer. Don't bother them. Don't bug them. Don't harass them. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay? All right. We do have the Queen of Cups. Tell us about the Queen of Cups. Yeah, don't harass the Queen of Cups if you know, if they give you the cold shoulder in the beginning, okay? You don't want to be a creepy one, right? You don't want to be a creepy person. If they give you that little cold shoulder, then it's over. It ends right there, okay? That means no, okay? Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. Okay, don't have to let the police be called on you because you're acting creepy, okay? But if it's just a friendly, cordial communication, you just want to ask real quick, whatever, and it seems okay, then you're okay, okay? 10 of Swords, so you know what? I don't know if you want to do this because the first card came out was a 10 of Swords, and she could have been the one that got severely backstabbed by you. You could have really backstabbed this person. Somebody backstabbed her. She's not going to backstab herself. You know? 4 of Cups. Making an offer. Somebody probably made an offer to her before. You made an offer before and you broke your promise, or the offer fell through, or I don't... I should have just looked in my hand. Ace of Cups. So that's what it is. So what it is here is this is somebody that somebody was in a serious situation with, but one of the people, or maybe both, who knows, we're all jacked up, maybe addictions and things, and one person left because they didn't want to be involved with that, and when they left, that bothered them, it affected them. It was the trigger moment, and now somebody's trying to manifest this relationship back, but they don't know how to do it. Okay, well, like I said, if you have to pick up the phone, or you have text or something. I mean, you're not going to find it out from reading these cards. You have to do it. You know what I mean? And if you're trying to find out feelings of how somebody feels about you from these cards, you don't need these cards. Just think about what if the other person did to you what you did to them. Be in their shoes. That's how you'll know. Because if it's bad, then you probably don't want to do it. But if it's not so bad and it's forgivable, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. If it resonated, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, keep it true love energy. Happy, friendly, loving types. We have nothing to fear as long as we stay calm and cheerful. I'm Mona, it's Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.